We did 8 families.
We're gonna take all the children now.
Anthem's gonna have to catch up.
You always can.
Hey, JD, make another character. We changed
Really
the plan.
Welcome to the world of Harthron. I'm your host, storyteller, and dungeon master Bilbo. Tonight we continue with our 3rd episode, Pirates of the Golden Plunder. At least for this episode. Who knows what will happen after this one. And this is our first show with Twitch affiliation. So now you can actually subscribe and support our show. If you have Amazon Prime membership, you can use your membership benefit to subscribe to our channel. Once a month you can do this. And that money helps out with our show. Putting more miniatures and maps and all the cool stuff that we do. It will help this Dungeon Master Storyteller continue on with all the great cool stuff. Now, let's go ahead and have Dramire do a recap of last week's episode, if he would so choose.
Yep. You know, every group I have to do recap. It's just my legend. The legend of recap.
Okay.
So last time we started off, but when the captain went into the witch's house, and later came out and brought in the chest along with Handsome, Eryn, and Collin. And they talked about how this is important if the captain dies. I'm the captain now. That's just my favorite line for this. I'm the captain now. But
Okay, continue
so,
on.
That happened, and we all went back to the that Cardoma, the witch's son, was set off with us.
Leon, quiet and
So
shut the
going
door.
back to the Golden Plunder, we also met. Well, we actually didn't meet him, but a couple of days went by when these water weirds came out at night. As we saw a new face, Quiquay, come in to help us fight these water weirds. As Eryn got knocked out twice. And then we defeated them, and that's where we left off.
Now we got him to Freeport.
No.
That's where we left off.
But yeah, we did get him Freeport. That's where we left off.
Oh, I didn't know
No,
he
we
was
did.
showing up.
We didn't go to the Freeport.
Chauncey?
No.
Or no kid. Oh, okay.
So, sorry, we have a couple of intruders
What?
that decided to come by and say hi and check our game out, I guess.
What's up, yo?
You didn't know?
No!
Well, I didn't know.
Oh, damn.
Well,
He's
you
like,
should have told me.
we're gonna
I was
swing.
gonna tell
We're
you.
gonna swing
and then I
by.
thought-
I'm like, okay. I assume he talked to Bill already.
I did, but not. I didn't
No,
officially.
we said, oh, I might be able
Yeah,
to,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
I didn't get an
yeah.
email from you, so I was like, oh, I guess they're not coming, so. Cool. Oh, well.
Well, we can help. You can just watch. Sorry.
Yeah, I might have you guys, I can have you roll first. Hopefully, if they have an encounter tonight, we'll
Cool.
see.
Encounters?
Yeah,
What are those?
encounters, I know. What are those things? But,
So Eryn,
Well, we're
then
on
Sam, you
we
can
didn't
sit
end
over
in
yeah, I can just grab another chair.
We didn't end in Freeport. We ended on the sea. We didn't make it
That's
to
true. We
Freeport.
hadn't gotten at
Yeah.
Freeport.
Yeah.
You want to sit
Okay.
next to the Dan, Sam, or do you want to sit here? I can bounce over if you guys want.
I'll just let you guys settle in here.
Let's do that. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm Vince,
there
by
you
the
go.
way. Yeah. Yeah, nice
Yeah,
to see you.
my uncle.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
OG.
I didn't recognize you because you were
Old gamer.
facing the other way.
I
know. How's it been? Good.
All right.
Okay. So,
We left
We're live.
why don't we are live,
Okay.
by the way.
Okay.
So we are streaming right now. So, let's go around the room and introduce your character name.
Wait,
Your
can I give my...
you can wait for that. Let's go around the room. Introduce your character name, class, level, and race, and anything else you may want to share at the time. You don't have to if you don't want to. And so let's go ahead and start with Dramire.
So, my name is Dramire. I'm a 3rd level cleric of Morgulog, and I'm a half-orc.
Morgulag's the god of snow, right?
Yeah, he's the god of death.
Death.
Yeah.
Let's try. Alright, my name is Ozichar, 6th son, and I'm a 3rd level Paladin. And I'm Paladin of Morgulog. I recently converted a half-orc priest into Morgulogism. And
Lies.
I'm currently aboard a ship that I have no intentions of taking orders from a weary old human captain. So
He is an old
we'll
one.
see what happens there.
Weary and old.
Yeah. He's young.
Pretty young and energetic. All right.
This guy's guys.
Quiquay.
I am Quiquay. I am a human thug. I'm just a thug. Patterned on like a Maori warrior, so he's tattooed up from head to toe. He finds armor distasteful, so he lets his corpulence hang out at all times. So picture a really bad 80s wrestler with tattoos on.
What's your level?
You guys don't know.
Cardoma.
I am a human shadow sorcerer. I'm the son of the witch that we spoke with last session, and who has a relationship with Captain Draven, so I'm fairly close to him. And Cardoma is kind of a sarcastic and constantly fatigued character due to his nature with the shadow plane, but he at the same time is quite charismatic and can put on a pretty good show when need be.
All right, perfect. Alexianna.
Alexianna is a cat folk and a rogue. I prefer the term rogue. Swashbuckler is my specialty. So she's enjoying the idea of swordplay and sailing the high seas, but really doesn't want to get wet. Yeah, it's, got her bud with her, Eryn.
I play Eryn, a 4th level fighter.
Mhm.
Yeah, high elf. This is
BFF.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Snuggle buddy.
All right. So, luck card, right? From Nord
Yes,
Games.
Come on,
Our
man.
friends at Nord Games. Go ahead.
Force an attacker to reroll an attack against you. I'm definitely going to
Oh, yeah.
use this.
If you use them all, I have a feeling that will be in my hands by the end of the session tonight. We left off where you're on the Golden Plunder. You're approaching this busy port city. There are probably a couple dozen of ships entering or leaving this large port. Along the southern side of the port, the ships come to dock or move further along the city port into next to a large stone keep. Past the keep are buildings starting at the shoreline and raise up through the city. Buildings just grow and grow from behind one another as you realize the city must be built on what once was a large hill. Most of the buildings seem to be made stone, and many of them are 2 to 4 stories high. You all see many different flags flying from the steeple roofs, which must represent the different merchant houses here within the city. Many of the stone roofs are of red stone. Deeper in the city, there are several towers that stand higher than any of these other homes, shops, or merchant buildings. All the ships, as your ship gets closer to the dock, you witness many small boats ferrying people back and forth from other ships in the port, along with fishing boats and small merchant boats selling or buying goods from any of the other ships that are not in port, or that are in port but not at the docks. There is also a large river going further inland, and then you hear from the side of the boat, "Welcome to Freeport," as a portmaster yells from down below in a boat. And you see Carlsberg kind of dealing with him as Ozichar and Risna stand by one another on top of the deck and looking over at this wonderful city. Captain Draven steps between the two of you and says, "Risna, I'll make a deal with you and your friends. I will not purchase any slaves here in Freeport. And for that matter, no other ports while you travel with me aboard the Golden Plunder. However, there are two things you and your friends must agree upon. First, you all take a shift at the oars, as I will be short oarsman.
Hell no. Nope.
Second, let me finish. Second, I will take prisoners when it permits, and they will be put in chains and earn their freedom. I have been in those chains below the deck ever so briefly, not as brief as you and your friends. I know what it's like to be a free man. I know what it's like to be a prisoner or slave, and a free man once again."
All right. So now the negotiations are on the table. Can I pay somebody to take my shift?
You can pay
Yes,
me
you
to take my
can.
shift.
All right.
You can pay
One
me
gold.
to take my shift.
I have a rep. Go ahead, Risna.
Those terms sound all right. No dwarven prisoners ever. That's my only term. And if I have to buy their freedom, I will do that, I guess.
All right. Well, let's just say this. I have a reputation here on the seas with the pirates and merchants that I will give parlay and set those who I capture once they've earned their freedom. Versus some of these vessels out here in this port, they'll keep a slave until they die, or possibly just kill the entire crew. I don't operate that way. It isn't good business for me, my men, or my ship. So if you guys can agree to those terms, great. If you can't, I understand. We will part ways here in the city here. The Golden Plunder will see the second morrow from now. From there, we will journey for a treasure beyond your dreams. Well, maybe not a dwarf's dream. And he walks away.
Yeah, we'll go have a beer over and we'll get back to you on that, Captain.
All right. So, as you guys dock into this port here, Carlsberg stands there as the men are debarking off the ship, and you guys are grouping up. And he says, "Quiquay and Handsome, why don't you go with them and just make sure that they stay safe? And if they choose not to return, you can return back to the ship and let myself and the captain know." And then he gives each of you a small pouch with 10 copper, 10 silver, and 5 gold coins. And the captain, he says, "The captain said to give each of you a few coins to go out and have some fun in the city tonight, and lodging if you choose not to come back to the ship to sleep. We are here tonight and tomorrow night, and then we set sail that morning. If you aren't on the ship, we know you've chosen a different path. No harm in that."
I'll protect you guys from the bar.
I thank you.
All right.
Gonna roll my hit points.
Yes.
8.
8. So what's your total hit points now?
45.
45 for Ozichar. All right.
Alex, you want to roll for me?
What is yours?
D10.
I
D10?
think it's a 10. Yeah.
You're a fighter.
Yep.
5 on the die.
Right. Good enough. So that should be what I sent then, 47.
47. All right.
Yep.
All right, and then we have Alexianna or Eryn. Go ahead.
9.
9. So what's your total hit points now?
Oh wait, and did you want to use your bow? You were talking about using it.
Okay. I use my bow.
All right.
10
10.
plus your con. That's 2, so 12 more.
12.
So 12 on top of that.
31.
So
43.
43. Nice.
oh, I rolled a 1.
Okay, you can re-roll that 1.
You realize
Another one.
Re-roll it again.
Oh my god.
you realize we were captured,
Come on,
Konrad.
there's a 5.
Yay.
All
That's
right.
better.
This guy's over
Alright.
here rolling his money up. He's like, I got a lot of money, guys.
I forgot we got captured.
You have no money
Yep,
except what I just
forgot.
gave you. You can just put it right there.
Okay.
So what's your total?
Alright,
Alexianna?
this game just-
I just have to play it.
My character's so far behind you guys. He's a melee guy. He's not
I
gonna
slept so
last.
many groups, I forgot I did.
You're fine.
I know I am. Well, wait, what?
So 37.
What is it?
37.
37.
I would have been better off keeping my paladin.
Hey Billy boy, what's
Your paladin's elsewhere, my
Waterfalls.
friend.
Waterfall with a capital W.
Hey Bill, what's your Wi-Fi password?
That's only because I didn't know we
Waterfall with a capital W.
Can you not say?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I'm sure no one is streaming across the
That's
street.
alright. You can
so.
tell me later.
No, it's waterfall with capital W, capital F.
No,
Now your neighbors are hooked up.
Yeah.
Right.
Now my neighbors are watching us stream right now.
Yeah.
No one.
What are you doing, Billy? Oh, okay. All right. Just was wondering. All right. So you enter this bustling city. There's as you guys come on into the port, you see plenty of people selling goods and wares. You smell right now. A lot of smell is just the water, and you smell a lot of seafood. The smell of fish as you guys are entering into the city. What do you guys do?
We go to the nearest inn.
The dirtiest and like run down in.
All right,
Let's go
so
find some slaves. So talk to people at Risna.
I don't think we'll be seeing the captain again.
Are there any dwarven bars here?
you guys, you don't know. You could ask around.
How big
Yeah,
of a
yeah,
city are we
exactly.
talking
I'll ask
about
around.
here?
It's a metropolis. It is a very big city. I
Can
mean,
we say up to 1 million?
oh, nothing like that. No, we're talking probably no, more like probably 30, 40,000.
Still a lot.
Yeah. So
No high rise.
yeah, not. Well, there are because most of these buildings here seem to be 2 to 4 stories high.
So was the Fauché
But-
Tower once upon a time.
So, but yes,
No
yeah,
cats.
but no.
We have to go to an inn. So
We'll go talk to the guy who said welcome to Freeport.
He seems to be off in. He's doing with other boats. Once you guys came in, and then he's dealing with other boats. But so you guys are looking around, walking the streets a little bit, I guess, looking for a tavern, and coming behind Alexianna and Eryn, weary travelers. It looks like our fortunes have met. Why don't you come to my wonderful establishment for a drink and possibly a bite to eat? And you see this bluish gray skinned person with pointed ears. He has horns, kind of whitish, but dark white, kind of blackish horns sticking out with black tips. And he has a goatee, no mustache, but just a goatee that's white and sort of grayish blue, along with his hair, which seems to have some white as well as blue in his hair, a little gray, and he's wearing a leather vest, a reddish brown leather vest with a white shirt underneath and black pants. And he says, "We have dwarven ale from the Mimano Mountains, or if you'd like something more rare, dwarven stout all the way from Stonehar.
All right, let's go. Say no more.
And even for you, we could have some fine milk with on honey drink that we have, if you would like." Looks at me. Well, then come on in. The first drink is 1 silver piece because you are my guests. And so he shuffles you into this place. It's called Ye Ole Tavern. And so he says, "Stand over. These are my new friends. Each of them give a round of drink of 1 silver piece." And a large human, probably in his late 20s, with a brown beard and balding on top though, but he has hair everywhere else. And he waves you all towards him.
What's your name, horny one?
So why don't we move the pirate ship? You know, come
I'm so tired. I was born on a pirate ship.
That's what he was born on a pirate ship.
All right.
Oh, cool. Sweet.
You want to fix the bar back up though? Very cool.
Glad we chose this one.
No, we go with the other one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man, it looks exactly the same.
Those sides go into that one. It makes one big bar.
That is cool, Bill. Where'd you get that?
I got it online from Etsy, actually. Somebody that,
3D
No
printing
kidding.
stuff.
yeah.
Dude, that is awesome.
Cool.
And you can move those stools back up to the bar there.
So it actually looks like something.
And can you slide the main cam to the right? Just a
Yeah,
touch,
just
maybe?
let them, I'm just kind of letting them put everything back in there. So it's a bustling tavern. There's music playing off to the side. There's waitresses bringing drinks to several people on the table. And as I said, he waves you on and asks each of you, "What's your pleasure? What would you like to drink?"
Dwarven stout.
All right. So he'll get you. This is from Stonehar here, and gives you this brown beer as a keg, and he says, "1 silver piece, please."
All right, I'll give it to him.
All right.
I'll have some more wine.
All right. Would you like? What kind of wine would you like? Elven wine.
Elven wine, yes. No one else makes better wine than them.
All right. So we have some Elven wine here from the Eldor Woods.
And I'll take 3 glasses.
3 glasses.
Yes.
All right. So there's 1 silver for the first drink.
How much for the next?
And another silver for the other 2.
All right.
Ooh.
All right, so I'll take off 2 silver. Anyone else would like a drink?
I want a bucket of ale.
Bucket of ale for you, sure. All right, 1 silver piece.
That's actually not bad.
I'll have a bucket of wine.
We don't serve wines and buckets here. I'm sorry. It looks, would you prefer a glass of wine or?
Bottle of wine?
Sure, a bottle of wine. It'll be 5 silver. Oh, actually, you know what though? Marvis said you're his friend, so 1 silver each. So 2 silver.
Finally found out the horny's name. Marvis.
Names are valuable.
So, all right. And then, so as you all order drinks, would you like something?
I'll take water with a slice of lime.
Water with a slice of lime. All right. Yeah, give me a moment on that one.
Keeps the
So,
fatigue away.
I don't think he's ever been out much.
all right.
Been
He
out too much already.
tells one of the serving women, and she goes off to the kitchen off to the side. So,
I say same. That's him.
all right. So perfect.
What are you? What's wrong with you, Half-Orc?
Are you touching the shadow plane as well?
All right.
Water keeps you heat.
Thought you were a great battle cleric. Battle cleric drinks water.
All right.
Well, Battle Cleric
There we
just returned from how many days at sea with no battle.
With all the water.
Maybe he does it because he doesn't deserve a drink.
All right, so as you guys see the group in here, there's a lot of sailors in here drinking, wandering around, some sitting at tables, having fun. There's a couple of guys playing some sort of weird game where they're tossing this large rock back and forth between each other.
I say, okay, let's go.
The others just drinking and such. The one thing is you notice off, especially maybe Risna, would notice this, but all you will see this as you guys look around and kind of getting your feel for the place. Off in the corner of the tavern, you see a handsome, tightly muscled, black-skinned elf with his arms bare, except for black carved bracelets that he wears. He has a purple wide-brimmed hat with a large white feather protruding from the hat. A red cape he has a red cape with high boots, and he has an eye patch on his right eye. He also wears multiple rings on his fingers and his ears, and he has a rapier on his side. You notice that he's in leather armor and is black with stripes of gold on the armor itself, like coming just down in perfect stripes. And he tips his hat. He's talking to a large human that seems to be sitting down. And let me get his description for you. I'll mess this up. There we go. Sorry, next page. So this person that he's talking to is probably, if he's standing, probably 6'6", probably 275 pounds. He has long, thin black hair with a long black beard with a patch over his left eye. And he wears a long black coat, a black shirt, and black pants to go along with his black boots. The only color that you see on him is on his attached black hat is a red feather. And he, what else I can say about him? On his belt is attached a scimitar along with a dirk on the opposite side. So, where'd it go? Oh, there it went. One sec, guys, I dropped something.
You look very
All right, there we go.
Nice.
So,
Very cool.
all right. So get this hat on here. All right, there we go. All right. So then as you guys are getting your drinks, the drow comes walking towards you guys, and he's as he's heading out the door, he looks down at Risna, lifts up his right eye patch, gives you a wink, and proceeds out the door.
He likes
What kind of a city is this?
The bartender says it's a free city.
Well, that was kind of weird, Risna. I don't know elves that like dwarves, but sure.
Just looking at
And
my
then-
muscles.
Over from the corner, the bearded large man that's sitting, he says, Quiquay, why don't you and your friends come and sit with me, be my guests for the evening?
And bring my bucket over there.
And you have no idea who he is.
I've had many blackout nights, so I'm sure I've met him sometime before. And if I don't like him, I won't beat him.
And so you guys approach him. As I said, he's a rather large.
I'll go and stay at the with the barkeep if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just
I'll-
kinda
I'll-
quiet,
I'll-
as they kind of all move up quietly.
I'm gonna hang out with
Move through.
Cardoma too.
All right. Let me see here. I have to take the eye patch off, but I can't see without my glasses. All right. So, he says, "Come, sit."
Did I do that to you? The missing eye I refer to.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
You coming over?
How's your captain? How's he faring?
Who are you?
Oh, I am Captain Borden.
Can't I'm busy.
Captain Gordon Tire.
Captain Borden.
And I'm completely uncouth and the most uncharming beast you have ever seen. That means nothing to me. I swig some more of my bucket.
Says, you probably don't know who I am. We haven't crossed paths, but
Okay. That makes sense. I've taken quite a few blows to the head, so.
So what brings you and your captain to Freeport?
Whatever brings my captain here is his business. The swill brings me here.
This is a great establishment.
And maybe a nice brawl, too.
Oh.
I'm sure.
And those wenches over there. I got 3 reasons. They're all right here.
I understand.
Oh,
Well, why don't you introduce me to your new crewmates?
Devilman, introduce yourself.
No, I'm good over here. I don't want to know a man with one eye. They're not to be trusted. He obviously got his eye removed for some reason.
We could take his other one.
But then he'd be a blind man and he'd be no use to us down the line.
He ain't not used to us anymore.
But you said he's a captain.
We'll leave his tongue.
Very true.
I think I'll keep my tongue in place.
But not your eye? You didn't say anything about his eye.
How about you, cat person?
Can I do?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Are you friendlier than these two?
All this talking
Most of the
distracts me
time.
from my real purpose. Drinking.
Yeah. So what are you asking?
I'm asking your names.
I'm Alex.
Alex, nice to meet you.
Oh, hi.
What?
He's the orc.
You can call me a dwarf because it's what I am.
All right. I thought
You gonna come sit with us?
dwarves usually don't like being called dwarf. They like being called by one of their many names they may have.
Or maybe-
Yeah, so those names aren't always public.
I
So.
was
I understand. That's why you usually have long names. You share one, but not all your names.
What's your name?
My name is Captain Borden.
Gordon. And you know that dark elf?
Yes, I do. We have dealings with each other once in a while. He's far from where he normally is, but yes, we had some conversations.
The only dealings you should have with him is with my axe.
Why are you here?
I just finished taking a merchant ship down. I'm selling some goods here and refinishing, and then going back on out to the southern seas.
One of the 8.
How long you been with Captain Draven, that slave lover?
7, 8. I don't know. I was just counting the seconds.
Days?
Now I'm interested.
Yeah.
Let's talk some more. Why you call him a slave lover?
Because he frees his slaves.
Oh, okay.
I think we're done talking to you.
Bye.
Well, nice talking to you. Sure
Since
was.
we're on the subject of slaves, how many slaves do you have?
I have 60 on my ship currently.
Wonderful. Thank you.
That's funny.
They're all dwarves.
Do you have any for sale?
I don't sell my slaves. Why would I sell my slaves?
Do you want money at the end of the day?
They're my oarsmen.
Well, the ones that aren't useful for ore.
If they're not useful for oaring, they end up being shark food
That's terrible.
You don't have like
for them.
Risna will not
No.
like you.
Oh, Risna's here.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
We all grab Risna back. All of us just grab Risna back. Like, okay, we're
But even if they're like, you know, just way too handsome to be horsemen, like, you know, maybe we better use it for other things.
They're oarsmen or shark food. That's the two. I don't have time. I don't have time to make friends with the slaves.
Do you ever buy them?
Yeah, occasionally. If I'm short a couple, maybe.
Draven sometimes he said he sometimes sells his.
No, Draven doesn't sell slaves at all. He buys them, the fool, and then he sets them free. What's the point of that? I don't understand that at all. I would just rather.
Who does sell them?
Oh, there's
You don't
merchants.
sell them, and
No.
he buys them.
Oh, there's tons of merchants here that do it.
Yeah.
Well, all over the world. Plenty of slaves. But I don't buy them.
You have any dwarven slaves right now?
I wouldn't tell you if I did.
What's your shit called?
Be right there.
But no, dwarves usually don't make very seaworthy. They're not. You usually don't run across them in the sea, and if you do, they're usually on a dwarven warship. And I am smarter than dealing with one of those. But that's just from Bardor and Stoneheart. But I don't deal with those dwarves.
What's your ship called?
The Cursed Storm.
It's about to be good.
It's no wonder you're cursed, slaver.
Wonder you deal with drow. Scum of this earth.
Pretty judgmental for a tiefling.
Pretty much.
I just muttered. My water. I'm sitting there like,
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah, we're talking about.
Well, I guess we don't have any business or company to share here.
You are correct.
I already have some business.
Ugh.
Oh,
Well, come on over.
I'll
then.
walk over after eavesdropping the entire time.
All right.
That's the captain's new pet.
Yes, I am the pet of Captain Draven, it seems.
You pet. I thought that was handsome. Was his pet?
He's our mascot.
No. Yeah, I don't know why
It's the
Captain
ship shop.
Draven saved him off of some island. I don't know. Did you shit him out?
You know, that little guy terrifies me. Not many things scare me except for centipedes and handsome.
I like him.
He's scary.
Well, what is your name?
Cardoma.
Cardoma.
He's a Tavern version of my character.
It's nice to meet you. So, you said something about business. Is there a task you need done? We're looking to make some coin if we can.
You are, huh?
Yeah. I
So-
want to buy more water with wine.
Are you continuing? Were you once slaves of Captain Draven and
Nope.
set free, or
Nope.
are you
Yes.
continuing?
Not once did I touch that ore. And not once did I.
You touched the old man. I saw
See,
the
I
old
consider myself a slave because he doesn't have slaves. Remember, he's a slave lover. He frees all of his slaves.
Working the oars get you big arms like these.
Or these. As he points to my. Quickly. You see the strong half-orc.
So are you still continuing to work for Captain Draven?
We are undecided at the moment.
Undecided?
We have 2 days to figure it out.
Alright. Well,
He caught us before we drew straws, so
you're gonna draw straws.
we
So
have
why,
to figure it out.
Why are you thinking of not working
Kind of
for
an
the
easy
captain?
Huh?
Why are you thinking of not working for the captain?
Some of us don't like the way he does
Oh,
business.
They don't like that he has slaves.
Well, he's getting rid of them. That's like the whole deal.
Well, you're not gonna like being here at Freeport.
We know. That's why we're getting drunk and drinking our feelings away.
Why are you this far? Are you guys from here?
Nope.
Oh. Yeah, I shouldn't even ask that of you. There's only a few of your kind, Marvis here and a couple others, so that I know of. Not many of your kind here, or yours. So.
Wait, is Freeport in Korea?
Yeah, it's in northeast
Oh,
Korea.
no, I'm from here. Yep, I'm from here. I've never eaten
So you're from the southeast.
Yep.
So there's a lot of slaves that happen here in Korean. There's all those barbarian tribes, the Nordic tribes of the north.
My problem with slaves is they smell.
That they do. That they do. I agree. Well, if you guys decide not to work for Captain Draven anymore, I could have a little task for you here. But if you guys so choose to go back to Captain Draven, you might have something that might be able to interest maybe you, Cardoma. But we'll speak privately maybe once you guys have made that decision. I'm here for 3 more days and then I set sail.
We're here for 2.
What ship?
Shut up, or
The ship is the Cursed Storm.
Does this require a long-term commitment, or is it a simple one-day task within the city?
It's a simple task, one day, I would assume. But yeah, simple task.
I tend to drink through my booze money pretty quick, you guys.
Quickly. Arm wrestle. If you win, I'll pay for your next drink.
Oh. Game on. All right.
Well, I suppose we'll let you know. If
All
they
right.
were all my slaves, I could just answer now, but they're not, unfortunately.
Does it involve beating people up?
How long have you beating people up? That's your choice. It could involve that, yes.
Oh, yeah, come on, let's go.
They seem interested.
Can I beat him up?
Oh, no.
We're not working for this jerk. Get out of here,
what
man.
is wrong with you guys? He has slaves.
We can make money and free some slaves with the money we make.
He just said
Ah,
he doesn't
please don't do
free
that.
slaves.
If I'm hey, don't use it to purchase slaves and free slaves. Oh my goodness.
Why you guys are still giving him the time of day?
I'm gonna purchase 3 halfling females. I don't know about you guys. You get that vat of grease and you're good to go.
Oh, God.
I don't know what that meant.
I don't know that one.
Roll a die and add your strength, man.
Oh, no.
All right. Well,
You owe it for it, buddies.
I'll be back tomorrow evening. You'd so choose to.
How much will we get paid for whatever this task is?
That will be a discussion tomorrow night, if you so choose to do this. If you so choose not to go back to Captain Draven.
If you didn't tell him we were leaving in 2 days, we could have done the mission. And since you blabbed off your mouth, you told him that we're leaving in 2 days. It's crazy, man. Could have had some money.
I'm pretty sure that was
We just emphasize the point even more that we're leaving in 2 days.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
We're not gonna deal with this pirate.
I knew you guys were
Terrible
leaving in
pirate.
2 days anyway.
I wasn't sure you did. Didn't even know we were here yet.
Well, I don't believe it. I'm always interested. So.
Is that one of your pets over there? I point at the
There's
Tiefling.
always jobs. We can work for other people. Let's
I
not
point
lose
at the
the
Tiefling.
team.
He owns the tavern here. It's not. I'm not a tavern owner.
I Just thought maybe you sent him out there to find us or something.
2 silver pieces.
No, he always is outside drumming in business. He's not even in here. You guys have probably even seen him come in. You've probably seen a couple times where he's opened the door and goes, "Stand on it. I have new friends. 1 silver piece for the drinking," and shuffles them on, and then he goes back outside. So you think, yeah, that he's just working outside, bringing in.
Stop calling us friends. You're leading us on. It's not okay. As soon as he walks in again. I thought we were actually friends for a second. I've had very few of those.
All right. Well, so the captain stands up and says, "Well, as I said, if you choose not to go back to the seas with Captain Draven, which I know a lot of his slaves don't, some do, some don't, I'll be here, and it's the adventure. The thing I have for you to do is on land here, so you don't have to go back out to sea at all."
We'll think about it.
We'll let you know in 2 days.
He stands up and says, "Have a good day," and he walks on out.
So
So what do you call that when it's something doesn't stick together right? Mess?
A mess.
Mess.
A mess.
I think.
That was a mess.
Excrement.
If you're trying to talk to a mark and figure out what they're doing, you don't tell them everything honestly from the get-go. Right?
Depends.
Are you listening, Nort?
just shrug it out. So Quiquay, you want to brawl?
Always.
I thought you said wrestling.
So another
Well, he
another
says brawl.
guy is a short guy, probably 5'4", really thin, comes up to you, Quiquay, and says, "I'll fight you."
I'm fighting him first.
Hey, chill out. We're not starting any brawls here.
Oh, we're starting brawls here.
5
know it
gold,
does.
the half-orc wins.
Hold my bucket of booze.
I got you.
"Hey, Half-Orc, I thought I saw your dad outside
he was in the mud, probably.
with a pig."
Oh, are you gonna take that?
You can shut your small mouth. Again, I'm 6'6". I am.
Yeah, he's 5'4". He's short, thin guy.
How tall are you, Quiquay?
6'3" year old. This a big gooey guy.
You see just a big, strong half-orc.
I saw your dad shutting his mouth on a pig.
Are you gonna take that?
Sounds like it.
You wanna
Hasn't
go?
said anything back.
Do you want to go?
Go where?
Let me plant this here.
Probably wants to
He's
go to the
planting-
pig pen again.
Go where?
Is
Visit
there-
your dad at the petting zoo?
Is there a place to brawl in this town? 'Cause I'm taking
I
one.
get the worst.
Yeah, there is a place.
This is good stuff.
Right here. And he swings at you. What's
Wait.
your armor class?
My armor class 17.
Alright, so
Wait, he's
So
swinging
he
with his
swings-
fists, or
yeah, his fists. And he misses you. So he misses you. Alright, so
Oh, okay.
Flip a table. Butterfly.
roll initiative.
Everyone?
Huh?
Or, oh yeah, just
Roll initiative.
natural
Anybody?
20.
Alright.
I got a 21 total. No dex. It was like pure.
Alright, so you have no dex, just pure 20?
Well, at 21, I said I have
Goes to
like.
jail. What's new?
He swung at me first. This is self-defense.
Oh yeah, it's a free city. I forgot.
Half-Orc goes to the floor. I
Alright.
think that's the way that goes.
Alright,
Come on.
I'm assuming you're
He
getting
insulted you too.
get involved. You got your initiative?
What did you say?
It's
15.
15. Alright, perfect.
Who dares to help this halfling against us two?
Ozichar, you getting involved or you gonna watch?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
watch
I'm gonna help the halfling.
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
This is great.
Alright, so what's your initiative, Risna?
a human,
A
but
4.
Alright, 4. All right.
Oh, wait, I don't
Eryn, are you gonna do anything? You're gonna sit back and watch.
I'm gonna sit back and watch.
All right.
We only do 1 point.
Alexianna.
Good entertainment.
What?
Oh, I'm gonna let.
Glamour or fist
All right.
damage
Is that this thing?
You
guy?
got fist damage.
Yeah, you can move him. Yep, that's perfectly fine. And then Cardoma, are you doing anything?
Sitting at the table talking to the barkeep.
All right, so perfect.
Hold my beer.
All right. So yeah, so we'll, and if you guys get involved, you get involved, and we'll just roll initiative as it goes on.
Wait, what is this halfling have?
Oh, that's a.
He's not a halfling; he's a human.
Oh.
He's a 5'4" human, just really thin.
What is he? Is he have, does he
Yeah,
have,
I call him a halfling. Huh?
does he have like any weapon or armor on him?
No, he has just a shirt and some pants. He's barefoot. He doesn't have a weapon on him.
Damn.
And
Oh, dang, I know what he is. Dang it.
and so,
He's gonna
3D
hurt
printed.
me.
all right. So Dramire, you are up.
My printer is not nearly as good as Ryan's.
So what do you do?
I
That's not bad.
Let's throw a punch back, there, buddy.
I haven't cleaned
You
it
just
up
stand
yet.
there for 6 seconds.
Yeah, he'll come back with a fist.
All right.
Or can I like act like a fist? I'm gonna throw a fist first, actually. Oh.
He's looking at spells. What
Yeah,
kind of brawl is this, man?
That's cheap.
Do I have my proficiency or no?
Huh?
No proficiency.
Proficiency plus your strength.
Okay.
Yeah, proficiency. Strength.
12.
All right, 12. So you hit him.
Oh,
Somebody's
what is my
going down.
damage or just?
Huh?
What is
Roll
my
D3 and then add your strength.
D3 and then I'm
They're
strength?
really
Yep.
bad.
5 points.
All right, so you connect them in the jaw. All right.
He's done.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done.
All right. All right. All right. So
Spell just open.
Yeah, I'm like, I was like thinking about it.
What kind of brawl is this, man?
I'm a curse.
all of a sudden you got the guys going, "Get off him!" And
Hey, chill out. You threw the first punch.
Yeah.
It's a party.
Everyone, it's a brawl! Oh, everyone's coming.
they're just coming standing around. A couple. He's like coming running too, but then these guys going, "Fight! Yeah!"
Fuck yeah! Oh yeah!
I'm not gonna get in.
They're just all coming over. They knock over a bench. They're all kind of watching. But yeah, so one of them comes, tries to hit you from behind there. But he misses as he swings down, and but then he comes back again with another fist. But he misses too, so he swings wide and misses. And now the short guy, he tries to jump up on top of you and bite at your nose.
Nice.
You trying to bite me?
Nice.
Oh, I'm gonna cast
And he does,
spells.
so he bites onto your nose.
Oh, I'm casting spells now. You mess with the wrong person.
And you take 3 points of damage
And roll a d20 or else your nose is big off.
as he bites onto your nose. And you're bleeding
Ugh,
from your nose there.
what the heck?
Now he's starting to look like an actual orc.
Not so pretty now. Oh, you worked the big head.
All
I
right.
guess I still look better than this.
All right, and then as you're as he bites you in the nose and you're bleeding, you kind of lean down, and he comes down and he knees you up in the
Wait, is it a
groin.
natural 20?
No,
Oh, dang.
no,
Okay, I was hurt. I might use.
but knees you in the groin now
Oh, come on.
for another 5 points. So you go as he hits you. So you're -8 right now.
Oh, we're fighting dirty now, huh?
Quiquay, you are up.
Oh man. So I just squat down real low and just ooga chaka. Ooga chaka. Ooga chaka.
All right. All right.
So right at the guy who tried to cold cock you from behind. Only I get to cold cock this guy from behind.
All right.
Roll to strike him with my fist.
All right.
Now this is my punch. That'd be 17.
Oh, yeah, that
17,
hits.
and that would be for 5 points of damage because
Alright.
it's a D4 plus 2.
Sure.
No, a D4 plus 3. So that's 5 points of damage, and then I'm going to grapple him.
All right. Go ahead.
And what that is I got a strength. He has to beat my strength check, and I have it. Since it's a strength check, I have advantage because I'm raging.
Okay, so you're grabbing. Yeah.
Oh my God! A 5 and a 2.
What's the 5 plus though? What's the total?
5 plus 3 plus I took expertise in athletics, which is what I use for this. So that is double proficiency. That's 4 plus 3, 7. That's 12.
All right, so yeah, you got him. You gripped him. You get behind him, put him in the solar plex. You know, you lock him up
Now
there.
people have advantage to hit me now.
I
am now
Now,
rolling-
does he have a strength check to free himself?
Yes.
So, okay. So, he does slide out.
He can use acrobatics, of course.
So yeah, so he does seem to slide out of your
Sliding.
yeah your big thick arms. But he's all right.
I knew I shouldn't have lathered up so much.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
I smell real bad.
I'll fight dirty against you.
One guy goes, "Sure." Pick on the guy in the corner over there. He says, "Sure." What is it? Freeport? You pick on. You pick on. You know somebody's got his back turned. Why didn't you take me on?
Oh, I got whoever came and kicked him.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he's still saying.
Oh, yes.
All right. So, and then Risna, you are up.
Alright, can you point to me?
Yes, you are the.
Oh, nice. Alright, cool. And, so this is still okay. Alright, I'll go in there and I'll keep my weapon at my side, just my shield out, and,
Yeah, no one seems to have weapons out. These guys are all fighting. Some of them have clubs on their sides, but no one has drawn any blades or anything.
and this miniature human is on top of Dramire now?
No, he's
He bit my nose. Like,
he's standing in front of Dramire right now. As Dramire's kind of breathing hard, bent over a little bit, bloody nose, holding his groin. The guy's laughing.
And then someone attacked me quick.
No, so the guy from tried to attack Dramire from behind, but he missed. But then Quiquay came and hit him from behind, and then grabbed him and put him in a solar plex. But the guy slipped out.
All right, I'm gonna watch for now. I guess I'll ready this round. I'm gonna hit either Dramire or the other guy.
Is that the end of the round?
Yeah, that's the end of the round.
I'll go outside and say, make sure there's no guards or anything. Like,
All right. All right. So you go stand outside.
We're taking bets. Let's go.
That's one of his backgrounds, by the way. His thing is that he can get away with minor crimes like leaving without paying, breaking your shit, and bar fights.
oh, so yeah.
All right, Dramire, you are up.
It's like notorious
Roll
reputation.
persuasion to get people to come in.
Uh,
Training.
I'll give you that next round, this round or whatever.
So you want to fight dirty?
Put yourself at the doorway though.
So you hear these? Because
Is there a way of fighting clean? We're fighting.
Yeah. Let the next guy win, he might kill you, so I better vape up there, buddy.
He
That guy with one eyebrow
hears
has
these
thumbs.
funeral bells, more or less, ringing. He has to make a wisdom save.
All right, so you're. All right. All right. So what happens? What happened? He misses a save.
Oh, so he takes one. Well, he would take 1d8, but he's already hurt, so he takes 1d12 necrotic.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
It's a cantrip.
This isn't a bar fight when you bust
4
that stuff
points
out.
of necrotic.
All right. So what do we hear when
Just
you hear this? Does he just hear this? The bells?
Yeah, he just hears these funeral bells ringing.
Okay. All right. All right. So he's shaking his head. All right.
So he doesn't know if I did anything.
All right. Well, you have to do something. Isn't it a verbal spell? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
then.
say something in Orcish, more or less. Kind of, like.
All right. All right.
I don't do anything.
All right.
I'm like, what kind of whatever?
He shakes it off. And he tries to swing for your gut, but misses. And swings again and misses. And then,
Little human, you're useless.
and,
McGregor versus Kimbo Slice.
so as Risna says that, the guy next to him with his beer mug takes it, tries to crank Risna in the head.
Hey, I bet he has a feat improvised weapon.
But misses. So beer just goes flying out of the mug.
You catch it all.
Yeah, it's like,
Vince, you want to roll a d20 for the other one that's going to try to turns around and Quiquay, the one that you had grappled for a second.
sure. Here we go.
The only
Here's my
guy that
lucky
doesn't
one.
have
Oh, 8.
All right, so he
Lucky after all.
swings
so
wildly
Yeah.
and misses. However, you can hit him. You can try to get him with an uppercut now.
All right.
Go again.
10.
Yeah, still. What's your AC?
drunk.
You have a low AC. Yeah, what's yours? No, you got the high AC. Don't
No,
you have-
actually, it's not that great.
It's not that
I
great.
have, I do not have my shield with me. Just my ancestral spear that's on my back, so I have a 15.
Okay, that's still good enough. He still misses
Or
wide. Yeah, so he still misses wide.
Well, you're behind us.
But it's the con bonus plus dex bonus.
Yeah, and then your shield was made of tough.
But I don't have it with me, or it's on my back or something. Or it's not with me.
I have my shield.
I wouldn't bring a shield.
I keep my shield with me. I have it all the time. That's why my AC is
So another one comes running over and tries to drop kick on Dramire. Sam, why don't you go ahead and roll a d20?
Don't. I don't want it.
So he just completely misses.
I step out of the way.
And
as he flies.
all right, yeah. So you step out of the way. He goes flying into the bar stool. You want to put him down prone?
No.
Yep, laying next to the stool there. He goes
Yeah.
sliding down.
All allies back up.
All right. Quiquay, you are up.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I'm coming for you, brother. Should have took your vitamins.
All right. I'm gonna look over, Bill. Any of the other patrons seem to be like getting up, or just they're just
Oh, well, there's the
watching?
one in the corner that was talking smack over there, and he has two dogs with him. He's the one that was called Quiquay, Queefart.
Oh,
So
shoot,
he's over there
man.
in that corner.
I'm charging.
You just leave. You drop the guy and the.
Oh, he already escaped from me. Now I really don't care who I'm hitting. I want to make sure that I also know that everybody knows this is. I'm trying to subdue little damage at this.
Yeah, there's no one. Yeah, this is all fists. No one's got blades up and
Alright.
stuff.
I'm the
So.
only one.
No, who's the one who assaulted me? I'm running at him. I don't care.
He's over in the corner.
Oh,
so-
he's way far away. I have to beat people down to get to him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch whoever's right in
And
front
my
of me.
magic is a lethal magic.
That's like 22.
Oh yeah. You.
Max damage too, 7 points.
All right. So you blast him right in the
Get out of
chest.
my way. And then as a bonus, I'm gonna grapple him.
All right.
I poured these.
And that's 17-ish or 20-ish,
Oh, yeah.
something in there.
All right. Now what's your DC?
Oh wait, I have to give you an actual number because it's not a DC. It's based on
Yeah,
my.
it's against. It's
Oh,
against.
so against. Okay.
I'm gonna write this down. The number is. That's plus 3. So it's double proficiency plus my strength. So that should be 4 plus 3. So that's plus 7. So it's 20 total.
All right. So you
So
got
he
him.
has to beat the 20.
No,
to
he does.
get
Yeah.
this.
So you got him.
He's like,
So, what do you have him in some sort of? You got him in some sort of hold or
I'm
something?
just like a nice arm bar.
All right. All right.
Because I gotta have one arm free to punch him.
All right. So you got him in the arm bar locked up. Yeah, he's not going anywhere right now. All right.
Spill my beer.
So now the guy in the corner says, "Let my guy go," and he steps on over. Can you move him?
This guy?
Yeah, the one in the very corner. Move him like 20 feet. How close is he to Quiquay?
Out there.
All right, how far is it?
15 feet.
Oh, okay. So he throws this boulder. They were playing this game, throwing a rock, and he throws this boulder at you.
No, it's dodge boulder.
But yeah, he misses you, and instead he hits his friend in the side.
With my free arm.
And his friend seems to go limp in your arms now.
Oh.
All right. He's like, shakes his head. All right, Risna, you are up.
Alright, I'm gonna move over to the boulder thrower.
All right.
And I'm gonna try to knock him down with my shield.
Thought you were helping out the small people. Do I need to help him out?
I don't know. He used a weapon, but he used it against his friend, so he's kind of stupid.
It's not a weapon, he says. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Yes. People throw boulders all the time at us.
It's for a game, rock throw.
Yeah, a weapon.
Alright, so yeah, that's gonna hit. That's a 16.
Oh yeah, I
Toss, not rock throw. It's a violent game.
Alright, so I shove him prone. Well, I think we're supposed to do an opposed athletics versus athletics or dex check on this.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Alright.
He's a strong brute.
Oh, he probably got me. I'm 11.
Yeah, so he kind of shoves you back. Yeah, he's a bigger guy, so he's like 6'3", probably 250 pounds. Rather big human with long black hair and long, just rough beard, and just not well kept at all. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a bonus action. I can try it again, so I'm gonna try to knock him down one more time.
All right.
All right. So once again, athletics here, I think is how or he can do whatever, either one.
Yeah. Sam, why don't you go ahead and roll a d20?
I got a 20 this time. Ooh. Not a natural, but a total.
All right.
Who with 6 on it?
Yes. All right. So you knock him over.
All right. I just push him. Yeah, I just shove him to the ground.
All right. Ah!
You guys are helping us out.
Yeah, I know, right?
All right.
Stay down, human. Stay down.
And now you go ahead and make a persuasion check. You're trying to get people in.
16.
All right. So
we got the half-nosed half-orc and Quiquay, the pirate, the brave, fighting in here versus the halfling, half-human, and the half-dwarf. It's the battle of the halves. Let's go, people.
Half queen.
All right.
2 silver pieces sent to the door.
So 2 people actually pay you a silver piece each. And then there's probably about another 8 people just standing around.
You want to come in? It's a brutal fight in here.
And then Marvis, you see him standing outside. He says, "Yes, come on in for the battle. And 1 silver piece for a drink as well."
There we go.
Pay my man a silver to get in. He winks at you. All right, it's a new round.
I'm drinking one of my glasses of wine at the door.
All right.
Oh, you guys.
Now those 2 dogs in the corner go running and charge at Risna. And they just
probably the best fighters in the bunch.
Who let the dogs out?
and they try to They're gonna try to knock you over as well. So let's see here. The first
Who
one.
let the dogs out?
Oh, but he misses completely. So he tries to nip at your legs and take you down. However, the second one gets you. So I need you to go ahead and give me a strength check here.
Athletics or
No,
is it
this strength.
Okay.
They go for the claw to bring you down.
You probably got me. I'm only at 7.
Yeah, so he pulls you down. Doesn't do any damage. It just basically gets a hold of your boot, lifts you up, and you go down on the ground. And the dogs are just barking at you. These 2 black hounds just barking at you. And he says, "Good pups. Good pups." All right. Dramire, you are up.
Oh, my turn. So.
It's not the best fighting stance, just so you know.
What are you doing, Dramire?
You can make another save.
You got a southpaw on him or what?
So what are
Another
you doing?
save.
What are you doing?
Total of the deck.
So what does this sound like? What do you say? What do you do?
So I'm saying in Orcish. Let the bells of death ring in your head. He understands.
All right. I'll actually, Vince, why don't you go ahead and roll a d20, see if you saves or not. What's the DC?
14.
All right, so he
I'm
misses.
just like, we like you, like, yeah.
6 more points.
All right, so he falls
Knock-
down
I knock him
unconscious.
out.
So he goes down.
Nah.
And all his friends are looking at him. So they're looking at you, confused. But then one says, "Boys, I think we got a spellcaster on our hands." One of them says that. Cheater! And with that...
He ripped my nose!
Told you, buddy. That's even the
That's not how you bar fight.
That's a terrible fight.
I don't know this.
He's gonna avoid you. So 3 of them just come jumping on top.
Oh,
of
you don't want to do this.
Vince, why don't you roll 2d20 now?
Okay.
Only 2 of them did it.
Oh, a 20 and a 12.
The 20's getting re-rolled. The 20's getting re-rolled.
Alright, so re-roll this.
Roll a 20. Alright.
I told you I'd get that card back tonight.
18.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so he still gets you.
Wait, the 12 hits too?
No, the 12.
Oh,
This,
yeah. 'Cause I'm
he has
17.
advantage.
Huh?
He has advantage
Oh.
on you. So he comes up and just cold cocks you in the side of the mouth, and you take 5 points of damage. So you're minus 13.
Things just got interesting, people. They found out half-nosed half-orc is a caster.
All right,
Weapons are out, people. Get in here.
now Sam, now you roll 2d20 for me.
Wait, what? Now the silver is 2.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Happy.
Let's
Let's go.
11 is the high one.
Sounds like I came just in time.
Yes.
All right, so one of them comes down low for your legs, but he misses as he tries to grab your legs.
I like good puppy.
And then the last one, why don't you go ahead and roll 2d20 for me?
Alright.
We need some great sounds to go with this battle.
5 and a 1.
Oh no!
Oh no, yeah.
Okay.
An 8 and a 1. Sorry.
8 and a 1,
8
but
and a
yeah.
1.
So he, as he tries to smack your ears with his hands, they just collapse together.
That should start your tempo, handsome, right there.
All right, Quiquay, you are up.
Is their leader? He's not prone.
He is prone right now.
Absolutely
Yeah.
diving on him.
All right.
I'm diving on him. However, okay, so first thing I'm gonna do
That's
is
the cat's
grapple.
just sitting there.
I'm not gonna punch him first. I'm gonna grapple him first, and then I'm gonna punch him. Maybe. So 15.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get him.
So now his movement is 0.
Okay.
See, since he's on the ground, his movement is 0. He cannot get up unless he has to make an opposed.
Make an opposed. Yeah,
And he has disadvantage to strike. And I'm at advantage. Everybody's at advantage to hit him.
Okay, perfect.
So with that, I want to, call out the dogs. Get those dogs out of here. Don't make me hurt your puppies.
All right, he says, all right.
So he calls out the dogs?
He says, I'll call the dogs.
All right, now I punch him.
We're so
And I have
bad.
advantage.
Well, he hasn't called them off. He said he will call the dogs.
Oh,
So
man.
he says he'll call the dogs.
I ready in action to punch him if he does not call out the dogs.
All right, I'll give you that. So you're holding up your
the
fist.
dogs
You're
are
holding up your fist, basically ready to hit him. All right. So yeah, so he goes, snot and snarl, corner, and
Then you pop him.
and they turn around and go back and lay down in the
And
corner.
then you pop him.
And then Vince, why don't you go ahead and roll a d20?
17.
All right, so yeah, so that's going to be over the 24. He's going to break free, just kind of. So that will be his action, and then so movement. He'll just stand up, and then just back 5 feet, and he's like, "Good fight." He's like, "Good fight, good fight." He's like,
yeah.
"This drink."
Now let's treat him. I
That's
absolutely
what he
embrace him.
said.
Like that's cool.
All right, Risna, you are up.
That's what this is about.
All right, the captain seems, or the leader seems to be obeying after Quiquay crippled him.
Yes. Yeah. Between you knocking him down and him jumping on him. Yeah.
Well, first off, I stand up, and then the rest of them are just beating up on the orc, right?
Yes. Which
Oh.
which you probably don't get.
Let the meeting continue.
Yeah,
He needs to learn his lesson on
that's
spells.
freaking great.
Oh, you want me
Move
to
me,
use them on
move me over there, and I'm gonna give.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give disadvantage to whichever one he attacks if he attacks with the weapon.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw up my shield in front of the orc's blows.
Because I ain't using blows.
All right. Go ahead and give me another persuasion check. Ozichar.
Only 12 this time.
All right. So let's see here. All right. So between you and the owner of the establishment here, you managed to get another 6 patrons in.
What? So
So
12 more silver?
another 6 silver.
6.
So yeah, so now the place too is getting crowded as this fight's going on. There's more people packing
One to
in
get
here.
in and one for the drink.
All right, Dramire, you are up.
Okay, all 3 of them need to make a con save.
All right, what are you doing now?
Word of Radiance, as this black light is emanating from me.
Black light.
All right, so this black light emanates from you. All right, so what are they need to roll con saves?
Yep, 14.
All right, Vince, why don't you roll 1, and then Sam.
Does Risna have to roll?
No, I'm not targeting her.
Okay.
Oh, 1.
Oh no! Sam, go ahead and roll 1 as well.
Yeah, roll 1.
Well, roll higher than a 1, hopefully.
Oh, 17.
All right,
Okay, so
so
he makes that one.
all right, so what happens?
I did.
Yeah, the other one fails.
Okay. So the 2 that failed take 4 damage, and the one that made it takes nothing.
All right. Okay. So they're like, yeah. So 2 of them, I guess when it's their turn. Yeah, they're up actually. All right.
It's just me and them, really.
2 of them kind of back up because they're not sure what's going on.
I said I'm
No.
too strong for you to handle.
Keep beating on him and I'll heal you. He needs to learn his lesson about using spells in a bar fight.
Yeah, and then
2?
Yeah,
Keep in
he
my
started it, so keep continuing.
all right, and then yeah, so then the bartender says, "Yeah, no more spells, or I'm going to shoot you with a crossbow myself." He says, and
Put
so
it
then
right through his
the
nose.
next one, go ahead and roll a punch for him.
Roll punch.
Yeah, go ahead.
Had 2 nose.
5.
All right, so yeah, you
I'm rolling terrible.
swing
you're
wildly
wrong.
on a punch. Sam, go ahead and roll his other punch.
16.
16.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
on
gonna
the
hit.
die.
Yep, he's gonna hit you in the jaw, and that is for 3 points. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that actually hurt.
All right. Quiquay, what do you do?
Standing in place and. Oh, does anybody else want some? And I'll be rolling an intimidate check, and that would be. I thought we discussed something about intimidate, possibly. I didn't get a confirmation on that one, but that would be. I'm proficient in it. 15.
15?
Yep.
All right.
That's plus 1 because it's 2 minus 1.
All right. So, yeah.
So we're
So,
talking about making it into a streak.
the 2 guys that backed off, they seem like, okay, they're like, we're done.
Okay, then I.
But then the other guy is.
I said I'll fist fight you now, cause he's.
All right. With that, Risna.
All right.
So no challengers there, Bryce. I just delay into attacks.
So what? Who's fighting the orc now? Nobody. They got
It's
scared of
one.
his stupid
It's a
spell.
1v1.
But a little bit, one's still there, and 2 kind of got spooked by the spell, but then Quiquay basically just said who's next or whatever, and they kind of backed off and like, okay, we're not gonna. They seem to be standing down, but there's one that's ignoring them and is gonna stay fighting with them.
Risna, you back out of this one. This one I want to hand
How
fight.
many days you've been on your side the whole time?
All right. Yeah, Risna scoffs and walks away. Whatever.
All right. All right.
I'm gonna persuade the people to continue to fight.
Ned should stay out of it.
So what are you gonna say?
Like I said, get back in there. I'll heal you up. Just keep beating them with your clubs. And fight them.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, 20.
20.
Yeah, almost off the natural 20, and then they were really done. So 20 total.
All right, so they look to each other and okay. All right, Dramire, you are up.
Well, so there's one that's here right now. I'm gonna pop him. I don't can't use it. Cocked. 18 on the die.
All right.
For 5 points.
Okay. All right, so he takes a hit in the jaw. Kind of shakes his head a little bit. Anything else?
I wish I could take a bonus action to punch him, but I can't.
Okay, so the two others. Well, wait, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, they're right after you. Yeah. So right after those 2 go right back in. So Vince, why don't you go ahead and give me 2d20 once again?
Hey, if it isn't a 1v1 fight, I'm gonna cast
16,
spells
17.
again.
Oh yeah. So he comes in and cold cocks you right in the jaw. Ooh, and he hits you really hard. This is
Sorry,
going to be
Alex.
for another 5 points. So all right, and then Sam, why don't you go ahead and roll 2d20 for me?
Good hit. Nice job.
Wait, how much damage on that?
I got you.
12 and 12.
Okay, so he misses, but Sam, let's have you roll again another 2d20 as the third guy.
8 and 3.
Oh, yeah. So 2 of them are just missing each other, running into each other there. All right, Quiquay, you are up.
I'm doing just maintaining as like before. Anybody else want some? Anybody else want some? But I'm not going to attack unless attacked.
All right, so the big guy that you stand down, he sits down at the table there, and he says, "Come, sit with me, friend. We'll drink together.
I grab my bucket.
We'll play heave."
Yes!
And he goes,
Yeah.
2 rums, Spartan.
That's my favorite game!
2 dragon rums, he says.
I drop out of rage.
All right, All right, Risna, you are up.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, I'll move back in so I'm within 5 feet and be ready to throw my shield in at disadvantage once again.
Alright.
And remember, no one.
Alright.
Wait, this is
Unconscious
unfair.
orcs are the best kind.
Alright, Ozichar, what are you doing?
Things are just getting spicy again, people. Come on, come one and all. See the great Half-Orc
Come on.
be brought to the ground.
Alright, bring it. Give me another persuasion check outside.
23.
Ooh,
I
alright.
said, bartender, can I use spells now because it's 4 against 1?
He says no
It's a
spells.
cheat.
And 4, there's only 3. And you're a half-orc. Rage, he says.
Get angry.
Alright. So a bunch of people pile in. Now this place is packed. The fight's just all crowded around you. 15 silver.
Oh my god.
That's how you make money.
And,
people.
and the owner comes up to you and says, "Would you like a job?"
Just 2 more drinks, please. I'm running low.
Drinks on me the rest of the night. All right. So we're going to a new round. Is anybody else that's not participating just sitting? I'm assuming, Handsome, you're probably underneath the table right now.
Wait,
What are these people doing?
who will help me fight these
Are we
people?
being paid to promote this?
It seems like Ozichar has the door open and he's collecting coins, silver coins from people that are entering. So it looks like he's getting paid. Just so you know, because you came in the middle of it, basically a couple of these sailors started talking smack to Quiquay and Dramire, and so a barroom brawl kind of broke out with a few of them.
Are we getting beat up pretty bad?
No,
We're not losing,
Eryn.
right?
Eryn, so just so you know, Eryn and Alexianna are just still sitting at the table, probably the same table you're at right now. They're sitting watching. Risna just.
I'll go outside and promote, Bill.
Okay, so you'll go out.
I'm gonna try to help get this
No,
place.
you're not going to help. Get back.
I want this place crammed like a can of sardines. So I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna use my performance and my persuasion to try to get people in.
All right.
Darn it.
I'm gonna get some drums.
All right, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Okay, Alex, you wanna roll for me? It's +7.
+7? Okay.
Yeah.
A 10 total?
Oh, come on.
I said keep the drums inside.
All right, so you just kind of start.
I'm
And,
getting warmed up.
yeah, exactly. You're getting warmed up, and yeah, no, they just seem to go in when Ozichar and this. You see this tiefling outside as well, but he's blue skinned.
They're both tieflings.
And yeah, he's blue skinned tiefling.
Tiefling brothers.
Yeah, seem to be drawing people in here. And you know he's the owner of the place. So
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Dramire, you're up again.
Okay, this sucks. It's 4 against 1.
It's only
Nah,
it's
they're
3.
favorite, man.
Three.
It's
You
3.
started with my
Please. No, Risna's helping.
No.
That's true.
You haven't seen her act yet. It's a disadvantage.
Yeah, she hasn't done nothing yet until now.
You just know as a player.
He's coming. So what do you do?
Well, the one I just hit, I'm gonna come around again.
All right, disadvantage.
Oh, no, why?
Shield comes.
Natural 22.
Wait.
As the shield comes up forward and your fist hits it. Go ahead. Roll the other
You're
die.
stupid.
Go ahead.
It's still harder than a hit. 16 to hit.
All
No,
right.
18 to hit.
All right. So yeah. So you have a great hit, just coming right in at his jaw as Risna puts up his shield, and you thought for sure you were gonna knock this guy out with this punch, but your punch still slides and hit him, but in the chest instead of the jaw. Go ahead, damage.
Damage is 7 points.
All right. So he goes. He lets out a big whiff of air, but he's still standing. Do you do anything else?
I'm gonna heal myself.
There
I'm hurt.
you go, spells.
Yeah.
Well, I whisper a silent word to
You
myself.
heal yourself and then you get shot.
Silent word to yourself?
Yeah, I'm
mean
like
a
kind
quiet-
of speak
quiet
silently after I hit him, like.
All right. So what are you doing?
Healing word.
How are you? What are you saying?
I said, as I'm yelling, I kind of whisper underneath just the fight, and I say, Morgulog, heal me. as I'm hitting,
All right. Go ahead.
Spiel ever.
I get. I get 6 points back.
All right.
Wait, what am I minus?
You don't know.
Wait,
You should have been keeping track.
Should have been keeping track.
I know I was minus 64.
He told you he had you.
I have you.
Yeah, what is it? I need to know.
All right. So now, one of the thugs, as you do this wheeling around, so he's from the behind you. Go ahead and roll 2d20, Vince, as he's gonna try to just.
Grab me.
5 and a 13.
17 AC.
17. That's gonna.
Miss.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna hit.
Dang it!
Yeah, that is gonna hit. So he gets around your neck on the chokehold. Go ahead and Vince again and roll 2d20 for the same guy.
18 and a 2.
Oh yeah. So he wraps around your neck and
Right
takes
arm
his
hits the
other fist and punches you
Do I get
in the face.
save to slide out of the?
No, you're not grappled. He's just. This is more just.
Just a hit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about my clothesline and
So another 3 points. He
So,
hits you.
from what I know, I'm minus 13. Because I don't. That's all.
All right, and then Sam, why don't you roll 2d20 for me?
A 6 and a 6.
All right, so he tries. His one friend is holding him, and so he tries to kick you in the groin, but misses. Go ahead though and roll again for him.
Risna, this isn't fair. You can't help them.
A 14 and a 13.
All right, so that's good enough for 14. So you come up and just hit him in the gut instead.
See, everybody's against me. Like, because you use spells. Yeah, but still, like, I was outnumbered.
All right, and then the last
You agreed.
one, Vince, go ahead and roll 2d20 for
I
me.
got hit.
Alright. 5 and an 18.
Okay, so that's good enough. So the last one picks up the half-orc's feet off the ground while the other one's holding him on the neck, picks him up, and then they just drop him to the ground.
Wait, they picked me up? Am I
Yeah.
out?
Huh?
Am I get knocked out?
Not yet.
They didn't put you on
See
the
how good he
table.
rolls.
But so you get knocked onto the ground. You're still conscious, but you're like,
How much health
breathing
do I have?
hard.
Can you at least tell me that?
No, I'll
Can I
tell
do
you.
the math?
No.
Should have been doing the math the whole time, man.
No, but I
And so
missed
you're on the
that.
ground, laying on the ground, all 3 of them looking down at you. But you're breathing hard. You're feeling your ribs messed up and your back's hurting. Quiquay, you are up.
Quiquay,
I'm
come
still,
on.
Nope, I'm still drinking beer with my new friend.
Yes, you. I say the
In fact, I
larger.
elbow him like, I think we should stop this. This is looking pretty sad.
He's like, let's see if they can knock out the half-orc.
You know what I like? And then
Barkeep, I'm about to cast spells, and that's like my friend back.
He says you better not.
That's the crossbow pointed at you.
All right, Risna, you are up.
Oh man, I can't resist this.
Risna, back up!
Oh,
No, I mean, you're on the ground. You're in the work. I punch you in the face.
All right, so you have advantage.
Yeah.
You guys are cruel. I call Alex cruelty.
That's gonna hit. It's a 15 on the dot.
All right, so you punch him and you knock him out cold.
What? Nope.
Nope, that's combat. This is just for fun.
Oh.
You're knocked out cold. So you knock him out cold. Boom, he's out conscious. The guys are like, yeah. They're like, Get the dwarf. We'll buy the round of 3 rounds off for the dwarf. The 3 guys, and they're patting you. Yeah.
Come on, meet the winners of the fight. The half humans.
All right.
Again,
So then the leader says, "Come and put boys. You bring the half-orc over here. Just lay him by snot here, and they'll when he wakes up, he'll be fine."
Not on him.
All right. So the other guys, they'll come over and they'll sit and they'll buy you guys each a beer and.
Ozichar, do we still have the neck brace?
You know I do in my sack.
Let's put it on him while he's unconscious.
The cone of shame. The cone of shame.
No, if you
They don't have it.
No, we don't. It's the horse, man.
The
We got
horse
everything
have
yanked from us.
All right. All right. So
I'm sorry, Alex. It was too much.
I learned your lesson not to use spells. Brawl.
He just used the six.
so the one guy, he goes, "My name is Hardjam." He reaches his hand out to yours.
Give a nice firm handshake.
Nice to
It's good brawling.
nice to meet you. You in port?
I don't know what these guys are up to, but this is exactly what I wanted. Right here, just like this.
What ship are you on?
What was that again?
Golden Plunder.
Golden Plunder. The Golden Plunder with the good Captain Draven.
Yeah, I heard he's a good captain from what I hear.
It is.
No, we are part of the Yellow Fang crew.
I might have been. But I've been dinged around the head quite a bit over here, so forgive me if I can't remember everything. Hell, we might even have brawled before.
They're like, Dwarf, would you like to play a game with us? Me, you, and and Quiquay here.
Yeah.
All right, sit down. It's called Heave. And it's the dragon's breath. It's rum from your dwarven kin make this out in the mountains from here. Very powerful rum. And we play the game until somebody passes out. You ready?
Yep.
All right. He goes, bartender, three heaves, three dragon breath rums. Anybody else want to play?
I would, but I'm not.
Nope. Come on, cat.
No.
What about your?
Come on, elf.
Hey.
No.
Handsome, you want to perform for us? I can probably get us some more customers in here. You gonna sing us some, play us some drum songs?
Handsome.
You want to perform for these people? We have plenty of people here, and we can make them pay to watch you perform.
Sure.
All right. I know you're not used to these things, but yes,
Inside or outside?
they will pay to see an unfamiliar creature in these parts of town. Probably. I don't think anybody's ever seen what you look like. Do you have a thing that? Do you have a thing that you want to be called, like a species name? Just
We don't even know what the hell he's
I wish I knew.
Just come up with a beautiful name that you think of a beautiful creature that you would be.
They can just call me Handsome.
Handsome? Alright.
He is a handsome.
Come see the beautiful Handsome. A creature you have never seen before from these lands. He comes from a brave island. Watch him
Billy,
perform
jump up
on
on
the
the bar.
All right.
I'll do some acrobatics on it.
Plays a drum like no one else.
All right. So go ahead and give me a performance check from Handsome and a persuasion check for
23.
All right. Nice.
So people are coming.
7. What's up?
All right.
What was that?
Roll for me.
Yeah, roll for it. You said a 7. I was like, dang it, Handsome.
Falls off the bar.
You suck. You suck.
21.
Yeah.
Eryn. Oh, my wife. All right. Alexianna is going to go over to the bar.
No.
Catwalk
no,
it.
She's watching him.
All right.
And she's gonna try to mimic whatever he does.
All right.
Alex, stop.
doing acrobatics.
What? I'm not doing
Alex,
and
you're
perform
drunk.
All
Stop
right.
it. You're gonna hurt yourself.
at disadvantage.
21.
All right.
It's 21.
I got you. All right. Thanks, buddy.
So acrobatics. I'm gonna try to do something fun. Oh, it's only a 12.
All right. So yeah, you're
Disadvantage.
you're fine. You're doing it, but not as good as as handsome over there is doing
She
it.
definitely thinks
No,
she's
give
doing
me some
it
inspiration.
pretty well.
Oh yeah, you have to do the inspiration before the roll.
Oh, okay,
So.
yeah. If he that was next roll.
Yeah, next roll, sure.
Well, performance. So she's gonna like she's realizing that she doesn't have the actual acrobatic skill right now. So she's gonna try to do like some loose dance moves
All right.
That's
and
bad.
like come over and sort of play up, kissing his hand. And, oh, brave warrior from afar.
All right.
And
Oh
all
my
right, so I'm
God,
gonna get. What's your inspiration?
I'm not
D6?
doing
1 to
it.
6.
All right.
That's my favorite thing.
So performance of 26.
Nice. All right.
Right? Yep.
All right. So just guys, as you guys are performing a little bit, a few of the patrons and
Sing
stuff,
along.
they start putting up some copper. You'll get 10 copper right off the bat. So now let's play this heave game with Risna and Quiquay and
And then when I wake up, I jump in.
so as they bring you this this rum, it's a red color rum. It has this smoky smell to it. And as you guys slam it, it's a shot, and it just burns down your throat. I need you guys to go ahead and make Constitution saving throws. And Vince, why don't you roll for hard jams first time here?
Okay.
Oh, critical!
Oh, nice.
Just touch it.
Nice.
Doesn't
Nice.
feel like
Slam it like you don't even feel it.
What did that?
22.
Okay, so yeah,
Lucky
so
7.
you have 7.
Yeah.
Oh,
He just
okay.
falls over.
So yes, no, he doesn't fall over yet, but he is like, whoa! I've already had to start. I've had a few of these tonight. But yeah, but you see him kind of like he's gonna throw up, but doesn't. All right.
When do I?
So he gets another round. So go ahead and make another Constitution saving throw.
Natural. Is that a natural?
Nope.
No.
18.
All right, perfect. So yeah, you slam it down. It's like this is nothing. I'm like,
Yeah. Give me a dwarven scout every time with it.
Nice.
72.
14.
okay, 14. And what's your con modifier?
+3. And
Perfect.
then I'm proficient in that save.
Okay, so yeah, it's just more or less the modifier that I'm concerned about. Okay, so you're like, go ahead and roll a d20 again for me.
7.
That
That makes sense. So he's like already.
I love it. So he takes another shot, swings it down, and it just boom! His head just hits the table, and he goes out.
Suck at this
Out
game.
cold. His men just start busting up laughing. They just like,
That time when he tried to drink against the door.
Yeah.
and so
I wake up
Fails
10
for
minutes later.
they're like, "Nice meeting you." And they're like, "We better take him to go rest now for the evening."
We
They
got you BFFs.
they pick him up and start heading for the door. They call the dogs, and there's about 6 of them all in all end up heading out the door. Lissa, give me another persuasion and 2 more performance checks for you guys throughout the evening here.
21.
Alright. 2 more? Hold on a second, guys. I'll give them inspiration on both of those, Bill.
Okay.
Okay, so who wants the first performance for
Don't forget about my curse too, Bill.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I wasn't
his
even
curse?
looking at those.
What the hell?
All right, thank you.
But I'm gonna try.
21 and 11. That's fair.
All right.
21's the first one, and 11's second.
She's just doing performance.
Alex on +7.
I know. So the first one's a 19, second one's a 23.
Well, that's Seth's gamer. I don't know where Jared's.
Hold on.
19 and 23.
All right.
Lucky for her, a 25.
All right. So yeah, so you guys
Dancing up there.
perform for a little bit for
She's
the
like-
rest of the evening. You guys will pull off another 15 silver in the
I
evening.
imagine, given all this profit, that
I
the
give
room
that
is
all
free
to
as
them.
well,
They
right?
all keep that.
Yeah, do we
I'll
all
gladly take the key and go up to our room whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so he'll give you guys a room for the evening. He
we
says,
attracted like a giant.
you may want to take your half-orc
With
friend.
the dog.
The dog's left.
Is he unconscious?
Yeah, he's in the corner.
He's
Not-
still
yes,
in
yes.
there?
Yeah.
I'm so weak, so I'll try to drag him up the stairs. I'll probably only drop him a few times.
Do I wake up to the
Yeah, so sure, Eryn will help you bring him upstairs. So, all right. Anything else you guys gonna do for the evening
I don't think.
other than drink, carouse,
Like to put some
Night
makeup
is
on
young.
put some makeup
Night
on the
is
half?
needing you to go to sleep.
I find out if there's a dwarven part of town.
Yeah. So if you talk to the bartender, yeah, he will say in the northeast part of the city, there is an area where dwarves and gnomes work out of. They have up there. There's some blacksmiths and some goldsmiths and such that live up there. They have a small community. It's a little walled in just for them, but people are even, if you're on business, of course, you can go in there, but they try to keep any ruffians or thieves. They really do try to keep the pirate types out of there, unless it's usually maybe a captain, that's coming up to do business with them.
How long would it take for me to walk there?
2 hours.
Yeah, he says probably about 2 hours.
Oh, I got it right.
In your dreams.
Yeah, he says it's at the very top of the hill, northeast top of the hill.
You think Captain Borden has any dwarven slaves?
He's like, I don't think so. I mean, dwarves, usually you don't see many dwarven pirates, or not in these parts at least. So as far as I know, probably not, but he could. I don't know. I don't go on this. I have no reason to go on anybody's ship here, or really get into their business.
Yeah, no one should. Ground shouldn't move underneath you.
Yeah, I agree. I've never been out to sea or on the boats. I prefer keeping my 2 feet on the ground and drinking beer and serving beer.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Anybody else doing anything for the evening?
When do I wake?
You'll wake up in the morning.
No, I wasn't knocked
you can
out
wake
that
up
long.
and
You'll
go
wake
do
up in
some
the
more
morning.
breakfastness. I don't find the crew.
I was knocked out that long.
So, all right, so the evening goes on. You guys, most of you drink throughout the evening. Wake up in the morning. Probably some of you later than others, or maybe you wake up first.
Yeah, I don't know.
Your jaw is sore. Your right side of your jaw is really
Is that coming
sore.
from
Your back
rest?
hurts.
Because I shouldn't have been knocked out for that long.
Your ego took
You're just banged up. Okay, your jaw hurts, but you're
Evil.
you're fine in that sense. So yes, you had a long rest. Yeah, so yeah, it's probably mid-morning by the time most of you guys, other than maybe Cardoma and Ozichar. Ozichar probably wakes up. Cardoma wakes up.
I wake up.
Yeah,
Dramire
Eryn.
wakes up.
The three most sober people, they'll all wake up first.
Us three.
Yeah.
4.
No, he's Alexianna's in the corner purring.
I'm gonna go to the shipping dock and ask around about the cursed store.
All right.
Oh man, can I wake up next to an ogre, a dwarven female, maybe, and a gnoll? This was great.
So
Where did he wander
yeah, so
into?
yeah, so you want yep. So I would say this: you wandered into what is it called? The lower district.
The lower, yeah.
Sorry, I have it here.
So we don't even know where he is.
Went to the
He's
shanty
gone.
town.
Oh no, actually the dock
He's supposed to.
district. So you wander into the dock
Yeah.
district,
Yeah.
and yeah, so you find this place. It's called. I actually have this. Hold on.
Awesome.
Sorry.
The only place you can find those three.
No, it's not gonna find those three guys. Let's be serious.
How'd you find the almost ogre in the knoll?
All right, but it's called the Booty Inn. And yeah, so you do wake up, some coin gone, of course, and you wake up with a Half-Orc.
Good enough.
And you're like, okay, it's not Dramire, I'm all right.
Check out his jaw.
All right.
Saw my own arm off.
All right, so Ozichar, you're gonna go by yourself?
Yeah, I don't want to bring the Shadow Man. I'll bring Alexianna.
Huh?
I'll bring
Oh,
Alexianna.
you're sure you're going
All
to
right.
yeah,
Eryn,
it would be
you
a bad idea.
Eryn.
Eryn, my bad.
Okay.
Alexianna's.
Alexianna's taking a cat nap.
Have a good nap.
All right, so you go back down to the dock district. All right.
I go downstairs to say, who's ready?
Now, ask where can I find the cursed storm?
Um.
With, 2 silver pieces to somebody.
Oh wow. So you give 2 silver to some
20
sailor.
persuasion.
He says out there. He points out in this large galleon ship. The masts are all down, but it's out in the water. Actually, it's not docked. But yeah, you see this very large galleon. In the sense, probably not the size of, because your guys is a long warship. But it is definitely has like 3 decks. Yeah, it also has 3 decks.
How many men does he have?
Yeah, with 2 silver, he's gonna give you all the answers. All right, so 1 second here. I have it.
Like, oh, enough money to buy like a BLT.
I get a bucket of vodka.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I double prints of some stuff.
Thing is, I haven't spent any of my money.
He says
It's like, what?
it cruises like he says it says he has like 60 oarsmen on there, but it's really more of a sailing vessel than anything. But he has additional crew of 200.
Yeah, it's not even as neat.
And that's one of the largest ships out there.
Yeah.
So
Where does he usually sail to? Is he always around here?
no, it's kind of this is kind of a rare thing where we have so many pirates this far north, especially as the winter time is here. Usually, but Freeport is known to buy goods and sell goods without any questions asked. But normally they sail further south from here, mainly down towards the McHale Islands. It's usually where a lot of the pirateering goes. Up north here, it's gonna so cold that most of these ships will turn south now and start heading towards south.
Yeah, it's very cold up here. I'd like to get back to where I am used to the warm weather and whatnot, and that's why we'll be heading out with on the Golden Plunder out there.
Yeah, we
See
have
that
three.
beautiful
He
thing?
says we have 3 pirates. Yeah, the Golden Plunder and then the Yellow Fang points, and it's another smaller galley ship. This is Yellow Fang too. That's in port. 3 pirate ships, all in port here at the same time in Freeport is kind of a rare thing for us to see. Usually it's merchants up here and such.
Well, that's why they're.
Thank you for your time. And, have a good one. And have a drink on Ozichar. But what was it? What's the thing place called?
The Old Inn.
Old Inn, yeah.
Ye Ole Tavern.
Ye Ole Tavern.
All right.
Go have a drink on Ozichar at the Ye Ole Tavern. Just tell him I sent you.
All right, I sure will. Thank you. All right, and so as you guys, I'm assuming, head back on up there,
Yeah, sorry,
you'll find Quiquay wandering out of this place.
This looks like a dirty area of the city. Where were you at?
We don't want to know.
All right, sounds good.
All right. What is Risna and Handsome? What are you guys doing?
Good fighting yesterday. Better than the old.
I mean, I have a great constitution. I probably didn't sleep in. I'm going to get up early and walk up to the Dwarven quarter.
Okay.
Next time you got to make the last fight.
And are you
last
doing
night,
this by
or
yourself?
I'm racking more money.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't think anyone else would be awake at that point or cared to go. So.
All right.
Dramire, you want to go up to the Dwarven quarter and get arrested?
Send the half-orc to the Dwarven Gnome pit.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
So you just see this most dumbfounded look at you.
And his jaw's still halfway off.
Don't forget he's wearing makeup. Only on his face, not around his eyes. He doesn't see
Something
it. Happened to your face, Dramire. It looks better. Keep it that way.
Still like rubbing it.
You don't know there's makeup on you right now.
Wait,
We'll
what?
look in the mirror.
Yeah, I look in a mirror. Like,
What mirror?
What mirror?
What's that?
There's mirrors, but
Yeah.
what mirror?
back.
You don't have a
Mirrors
mirror.
exist, but
Yeah, you don't have one.
Not in a bedroom.
There's not one in here. All
Your
right.
face is pretty bruised.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he has been doing that, rubbing
Good job,
his
man.
right side of his jaw from
Still half
Risna's
of it sheared off.
punch. All right, so you're gonna head off there.
I'll go by myself. That's fine.
I said,
Okay.
Risna, we're gonna have a rematch 1v1 one time.
We will one day. It won't end well for you.
You just
Roll
tell
spells.
yourself that.
All right.
Yeah, who said anything about that?
All right. So, what do you do up there? You head on up there. Yeah. So you head through several districts. So, as I said, you guys are staying in you're staying in the very top of the dock district, and then it moves into the market district. So you're up in the morning. You see a lot of merchants setting up shop, little stores opening up. You smell fresh bread, coming out, and you see carts of various fruits and stuff and meats, as well, of course, fish being hung up and such. And then from there, you go into where you just large homes and and warehouses, and this is the merchant district. And then you go to what's called Upper Freeport, and there's tons of these. I shouldn't say tons. There's several towers, just huge towers, and you find out there's libraries and there's a couple wizard towers here as well. And then to the northeast is where you enter into the Dwarven Gnome district.
Is there a gate or a wall I have to pass through?
Yes, there is. It is walled. In the city, as you see, because you kind of come up to really the very northeast at the end of the city. And you can even see that this city is walled from the outside as well. You come, and there is a gate, but it is open. You do see passerbyers going through but it looks like mainly probably either peasants or maybe even a couple farmers bringing a cart in or out. You see dwarves, gnomes going about their business, looking.
Finally.
And as you walk around, you do see a couple of dwarves in mail walking around with blue tabards, probably some sort of some sort of officials, but just in their own little district here. No city tabards or anything like that. So what do you do?
That's perfect. I'm gonna grab one of them. Or
Okay.
just go up to them. I'm not gonna touch them, obviously.
Sure.
And say, greetings, fellow dwarf. I was brought here by unfortunate circumstance, and I'm so happy to see other dwarves at last.
Oh, welcome, brother. They know your sister. Yeah, I know that.
Yes.
Welcome, sister. Yeah, they know right away.
It's my own people at last. I was captured as a slave and had released on the ship, sort of. Yeah, it's a long, sad story that I won't bore you with.
It's horrible. Well, welcome, and welcome to being back on the ground.
Exactly. Can't tell you how much I. Thank God we're made of stern stuff, or I would have been heaving all day.
Oh, I can only imagine going on one of those things without a stone underneath my feet.
Exactly. And then there's prisoners there's slaves everywhere in this city.
Oh well, the slaves are mainly kept down in the docks, and then sometimes once in a while somebody might be selling them in the market district, but yeah, down there they're held up in the merchant district. Yeah, there's plenty of slaving. The northern men from the tribes here, they'll bring in slaves to sell, and once in a while these pirates or even these merchants that come in, they have slaves they'll sell or trade or whatever, barter with. It's a shame.
Do we have a crew that goes down and makes sure to free the dwarves when they are found in the prison or found as slaves?
We never have to deal with that. No one brings. I think no dwarf is going to find themselves in chains in that way. The Northerners, they don't seem to. The Northmen don't seem to deal with the dwarves that way. The dwarves up here in the north, for the most part, they stick to themselves, and I don't think. I think the northern men know that we wouldn't tolerate that. So if there's any dwarvens that get traded in slavery down here, it's high secrecy.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Yes.
You know anything about the pirate ships that are out there now?
No, I've heard there's a few of them out there though, which is rare at this time of year. It's getting cold. Winter's coming here, and it's gonna be a cold winter, and so yeah, I'm surprised that they're here. But there's quite a few merchant ships making their last runs here too. So I'm assuming these pirate ships are probably gonna chase some of them down and take their wares.
This is a weird question, but any dwarves you think that you know of in this area that might know something about the ships down there or the pirates? Any dwarven pirates is what I'm asking.
Dwarven pirates.
I know, it doesn't make any sense.
He's like, not that I know of. No.
Anyone who's gotten their sea legs though.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that one. I don't know. You're better off probably talking down in the dock district. You could, if you go down to the dock district, there's a dwarf named Forgrim down there. and
Excellent.
he operates a weapons store down there. He sells weapons, and if there's anybody that knows who's on the docks, what ships are there, or what they're buying or selling, I would talk to him.
And he is, of course, trustworthy.
He's a dwarf.
Exactly. Very good.
I mean,
Thank
if
you so
if
much.
another dwarf's talking to him, yes. So I don't know if he would tell everybody else, but you talk to you.
Alright, so where's a good place to buy some dwarven ale here?
So he'll point you in the way. He's like, there is this silver ale, and they'll point a couple blocks that way to your right.
Alright, so I'll go there and spend all of my gold picking up some dwarven ale.
All right.
And to be clear, Ozichar did not share any of that, right?
You are correct.
All right.
So I don't know how much I get out of. Maybe it's just a small flagon, but anyway,
All right.
I'll buy it. I'm gonna spend it all there.
All right, no problem. Yeah, so so with you, you can probably get a keg out of there. Just carrying a keg on your shoulder on out.
And then I'll return to the dock area,
Okay.
and I'll try to find Thorgrin. So this is gonna take 5 hours or something.
Sure. Yep.
Other people might have shit to do. So go ahead.
Yep. Cardoma, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was thinking about that. I'm not fully sure. I think actually what makes sense is he's actually going to check in the next day to see what Captain Draven and his people are doing.
Okay.
He's curious to
Yeah.
see
So
what they're up
so
to.
you go down to the docks and see what they're loading up is, and you see a bunch of fur coats, heavy coats, boots. Snowshoes, climbing gear. It seems like a lot of winter gear. You see, they have grease, and kegs of grease and such, pikes and axes. So they're dealing with some dwarf. They're buying a bunch of pickaxes from. So it looks like they're getting ready for winter. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check. Just off of watching them.
7.
All right. So you're it's kind of bizarre, It's like, well, what are they doing with all this heavy stuff? But yeah, that's what you see them seem to be loading onto the boat.
Well, he's curious, but also seems tired. Has kind of deep shadows under his eyes, so he's just gonna quietly watch them from a distance for a while. He'll probably just walk around the docks a little bit.
Sure.
Check other ships out. Probably just hang around the docks for a couple hours.
Also, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. 12.
All right. So
14. Sorry.
14 total. Yeah. So you also feel like a weird feeling, like there's some sort of magical presence around, almost in the sense of a shadow presence that seems to be in the area. You're not quite sure. You don't see anything, but you have this feeling. So, Handsome, what do you do?
I am going to wander around, let fate take me where it does, and I'm just going to wander around, get lost, and meet and introduce myself to as many people as I can.
All right. So, yeah.
I will 99% likely get lost.
All right. Perfect. So you're just wandering through the streets.
So should I roll percentage?
But no, I do want you to make a Constitution saving throw too.
Okay. Let's see here. Alex, you want to roll for me, buddy?
Yep.
I am -2.
A 6 total.
All
But
right.
I got my curse though.
I know I got it. Thanks. I'm on it now.
You don't have to.
Also, I am shadow sensitive too.
Yeah, I know. Yep, exactly.
Shadow
So
sensitive?
so you're going wandering about, and you feel this just weird tingly feeling, almost like a draw. And so, yeah, in a sense, really, yeah, you do get lost because you're just feeling this pull. Something's pulling you further and further inwards towards into the coast, towards the edge of the city. And at some time, you don't know when, but you'll pass out, and we'll come back to
I got a
you.
wisdom of 8, so I will absolutely follow it.
Yeah, I figured that.
myself.
Yep, yeah, and you get lost, and and you pass out somewhere, but we'll come back to
So
that.
comfortable here.
Yeah, you definitely feel like something's just pulling you inwards, and you like it. You kind of like something's up, something's close, and you just keep wandering and
I'll
wandering.
play a lullaby on my flute on my lute too as I'm trying to fall asleep.
All right, perfect. Yeah. Well, it won't be in the sense you're trying to fall asleep. You'll just end up passing out. You just won't know. Yep. All right, Alexianna, what are you doing?
Well, money in my pocket, huh?
No, I took the money, right?
Oh, you took the money.
Yeah.
That's good. I can tell you to take the money. Where's my money? Shit, these fuckers. Turn that barrel. Good.
Yeah. So yeah, when you wake up, it's just you and Ozichar, and everybody else is gone.
Well,
Or not Ozichar. I'm sorry,
Dramire.
Dramire.
That hasn't left either.
No, yes, he did. He left. Yep. Yeah, it's just you two that are left in the room. By the time you wake up, you're hungover. Kitty hungover.
Goes over and opens the window. Sticks her head out the window to get some fresh air. Crawl, wander downstairs.
All right.
Get some
Water.
food.
Yeah,
All right.
I went downstairs
All right.
to get some
Yeah,
food.
so you
Simple
two
food.
are eating. All right.
And then she'll think about. She's actually going to sell some of the crap that she's got,
Okay.
and see if she can get a new hat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can sell those goods, get a new hat. Absolutely, not a problem. So you can just yep.
That's about it.
All right, perfect. All
So you
right,
get another feather.
what's up?
I'm gonna go buy some manacles.
Okay, no problem.
Nope.
And
Thank you, Ozichar.
and a hammock.
Your own hammock. All right, perfect. All right.
Man.
So some time goes by, probably a couple hours for the rest of you guys to all gather back, except for, I would say, Risna hasn't returned, and Handsome's missing. But the rest of you have all kind of returned. It's like lunchtime or whatever. You've all taken care of your business. What do you guys do? As you notice, yeah, Risna hasn't returned, and Handsome wandered off, and
They show up. Risna hasn't returned?
Risna hasn't returned yet. No, it's like lunch. It's lunchtime. You guys get hungry, you figure, hey, let's go eat.
Well,
Go back to what you know.
We'll go ask the barkeep if there's a Dwarven Tavern around local.
He will say that no, there's the dwarves have the dwarves and the gnomes have a section off in the northeast part of the city, but it wouldn't probably take the likes of you and your friend there.
Who
And
doesn't
maybe not Alexianna either.
Well,
so
Maybe I don't
I
want to
can
see
get
them
into
anyway.
I can get into almost any place with a little bit of coin. No.
well, dwarves. Well, maybe, but dwarves do have a lot of coin too.
But they love more coin, so
That is true. But yeah, your friend there won't be welcome whatsoever.
he probably shouldn't even be welcome back here, but they did bring in good customers, so maybe he is.
What do you mean? We made a killing last night with your help. So
Yeah,
and then
I
Marvis
know.
too. And Marvis comes in, or it's the morning, so he's eating or at lunch. I'm sorry, he's lunching. He's like, yeah, lunch is on me.
Oh yeah, and
You sure? He's like, you sure you don't want a job?
I ask him, I'm like, do you have 10 feet of chain by any chance?
No.
I do not have it.
You don't have any chain?
No.
I say, can I get a little bit of profit? Because I put on.
What? You don't even know what happened. What are you talking about, profit? They
I-
have all
I-
the winnings. You want me to do his deception check, dude?
Let's go. I'm like,
Natural 20.
Oh, that's good. That right there.
I got a 20 total.
Doesn't matter. Natural 20. You believe that he gave the winnings away.
Why do you think they gave me on to offer me a job? They love my company.
Wait.
Yeah, Marvis says yes.
He says
we took all the winnings. Yeah. He says that.
But he says company, and that just throws me off.
Alright. Well, I'll be back. Let's go find a. Well, we'll just eat here. But I'll be back with 10 feet of chain.
Alright, so
buy some 10 feet of chain with 5 silver.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
But
Alright, so Risna, let's go back to you. Risna?
Oh, sorry, I'm here.
Okay, let's go back to you. So what do? You go, you find this 4 Grimm's metalworks.
Great, is he there?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, and he's busy. He does seem to be shoveling off some of his workers with weapons and such. But yeah, he's there, and he goes, "Oh, how can I help you, my dwarven lady?"
And I've got a big keg of ale. Set it down.
Yeah.
I know it's early. It's yeah. You can have it if you want some. Otherwise,
I was gonna say, why don't we open it up? Open up the keg. Let's crack it open and have a drink. Well,
let's do it. That's perfect.
All right. So yeah, he'll get a couple mugs from the back, and he'll have a beer with you.
Perfect. So I got captured and ended up on the ship on the Golden Plunder there. And,
I've just been dealing with the captain. He just bought me out of all my picks.
Well, that's what I wanted to hear. What you thought about him? He wants us to stay on his crew.
From what I understand, I mean, this is the first time he's been up here, but from what I've understood from other merchants that have vessels, ships and such, from what I understand, he's a good, fair captain. From what I understand, from what I know, unlike some of the other ilks that are out there on the water right now.
Yeah, we also ran into Captain Borden.
Yeah, Captain Borden. Yes, he's a scoundrel, that's for sure. He has the cursed storm out there. Big galley. You don't want to end up on his bad side, or maybe even on his good side, for that matter.
Not trustworthy?
No. I don't think you could trust him as far as you could throw that huge man, which is not very far. And then there's another ship out there too, called Yellowfang, and that captain, she's just as nasty, if not nastier, than the Captain Borden.
What's her name?
Prina Prin.
Human?
Yeah. She's a worshiper of Kyla, the seas.
That makes sense, at least. Captain Borden tried to hire us last night.
If he's trying to hire you for land, he's probably trying to rip off some merchant house. Before he goes back on out.
He told me he was a slaver, and I sent him packing.
Yeah. I don't think in a sense he's slaver other than having slaves work for him on his ship. I don't think he sells them though. At least he didn't. From what I heard, is he hadn't sold any here. And then that Captain Prina though, she was, she just kills everybody. From what I understand, she doesn't take slaves. She just kills the crews of any ship she takes down. She just kills the whole crew. She's ruthless.
Tough lot, the pirates.
Well, a lot of them you can deal with. A lot of them are, they just want to sell and buy their goods, and as long as they don't try to cheat me in a fair price, I sell to them. I buy stuff from them. Once in a while, they might bring in a, rare sword or an axe or something, and I'll take it off their hands. Usually, they don't quite know what it's worth, and, so it is what it is.
Any dwarves on any of these ships that that work as crew?
Well, yeah, the ship you were on. There's a dwarf there, Crushed. I think his name is. I've dealt with him already. I forget his name already.
The hairless one.
Yeah. Sorry, Carlsberg. Yeah, he's I had a little talk with him and stuff because I was like, where the whole hairless thing. And he's from the Ganor Empire, and apparently there's a clan of dwarves there. They don't grow hair.
They magically bend it all up.
They're defective.
Some sort of curse on the lands there. I don't say he's defective. From what I understood, is he told me he was a gladiator champion in their pits there in the Ganor Empire, and then ended up in chains himself.
Was that you?
And then eventually stayed on with the captain, Draven.
Yeah, I think those two have been together. From what he told me is they've been together since the very beginning. Apparently, the captain was in chains too. I guess at one time.
Yeah, that's what he said. But you haven't seen him here before. It's the first time?
No, that's the first time I met either of them. Now, most, pirates are probably heading south. But your captain, I know he's buying ice picks. I think he's going north.
What's north of here?
Well, they could be heading towards probably. I don't want to look at that map. I want to look at a different map. What I'm thinking is he's probably heading towards Namdorica, or even maybe the North Polar Caps. Maybe he's skirting around going to Storm, but that seems far away. I'm not sure. But if he's gearing up with the ice or stuff for the winter as he is, I bet my money he's probably going to Namdorica.
Namdorica. What's there?
Hell if I know. Gold.
Is it settled? Is it settled?
There's some places that are settled here and there. A couple of, fishing towns and such, villages, but it's not really that settled. It's cold. And I guarantee in the winter it's even colder.
Yeah.
But I don't know why that's my assumption. That's where I'd assume he's going.
Ice picks are a good clue. Nobody's gonna spend their gold for something that isn't necessary.
No, yeah, and he's buying up as many picks and winter. He's buying up wolf cloaks and padded and furred boots and such. Whatever he's doing, he seems to be getting enough to keep his men warm on the ship. So my assumption is He's going north.
Risna, the first dwarf pirate.
It'll be a scary journey, I'm sure.
Great. Yeah, you're telling me. Alright, well, dwarven legs aren't going to get me anywhere fast. I better get back to my inn and see what all my idiot friends are doing.
Good to meet you.
Not a dwarf among them, let me tell you so.
Yeah, that's usually the case with adventuring parties. One dwarf that takes care of all the other idiots that are with them.
Sure.
Barely a human among them. I'm traveling with an orc.
Oh no, an orc. Oh.
I spit on the ground. I'm ashamed to even say it out loud.
Is he an intelligent orc?
He can cast spells by begging some hideous god.
An orc that casts spells. What? Sacrilege. Oh.
Exactly.
You said that in front of
You know what? He's still an orc. Next time you just come across whatever your next enemy, just tell him to go charge. I'm sure he will. They can't help themselves.
I knocked him out last night already.
Oh, that's great. It's wonderful.
I'm not like to help.
Guess I could just keep him around, kind of like a practice punching bag. It's not a bad idea.
No, that's true. And like I said, they're always good cannon fodder.
Wow, that's a good point too. All right, I have a view of this guy now. This is good. I'm glad I talked to you.
Yeah, well, nice. As I said, nice talking to you, my lady. Good travels.
Absolutely. Here, finish off. I'll take half of this for you.
All right, so he'll take oh no, there's way too much. I'll just take another beer while you head onto the road. And he fills his mug up.
All right, thank you, sir. Give him a nice hearty arm embrace, and I'll see you back here soon, I hope.
Yes, well, good luck. Good luck. Whatever, however you do, good luck. All right.
Thanks to you.
All right.
And I'll head back.
Head back to the group. All right, so Risna comes back, and you guys are all there, but no Handsome.
I say to Quiquay, you should go look at him.
We should go look for Handsome.
Well, yes, Handsome. Hey, just so you guys all know, Handsome was with you guys when you all woke up this morning.
Right. Yeah, no, that's what I was
Yeah.
asking.
Oh, but Quiquay wasn't here in the morning. When he
I know,
guys...
but I didn't see the little guy.
Oh, okay.
Demon.
Look under my arm.
What time? This is what time of day now?
This is probably about. You guys just finished lunch, so probably about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Eryn, Cardoma.
What?
Yeah?
I'll address the humans because you'll at least listen.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
I'm
I
not
went
a human, but
I
yeah.
went and talked to some dwarves, and they said under no condition should we trust Captain Gordon.
Yeah.
Not
You
even
made
on
that
a
very
mission.
clear.
That seems obvious. I mean, I don't think we'll be seeing him again.
He's gonna come back here and beg these guys. He's gonna dribble some gold in front of them, and they're gonna go drooling after him.
Yep.
Well, if we're productive, we won't be here when he comes back.
Yeah.
But given
All right.
how last night went,
Next bit of information: the captain is gonna take us north into the cold.
that I am aware of.
Well, tell me more.
I just witnessed them loading the ship up. That's all, with a bunch of
I see.
northern gear. I'm not sure how we all feel about that.
You have fur. You'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll probably freezing cold.
I don't know. Risna,
My
do you want-
suggestion is that we don't
Risna,
trust this guy.
Oh, wow.
Do you want to go?
When you were in boot camp,
Yeah.
and they used
Now,
your social to
Risna,
like
what do you think?
identify
Do you
you.
want to go north, or do you want to stay here?
I think that's your handwriting, isn't it?
I think if we're gonna go with them, we should get some
No,
maps so we at least
no.
have some
That's
idea
fine,
where
my
we're going.
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
Who knows what's gonna happen next? And we're
I'll have to
obviously
laminate it.
completely at his mercy at this
I'll have
point.
to go out for a drink this.
I can go check out some of the libraries.
Sounds good.
That would be great.
We'll see you, Sam.
Think about it right now. We don't know how to sail. We don't know how to steer. We don't know where we're going. We don't know a damn thing.
Risna, have you seen Handsome?
I haven't seen anyone who I would call handsome for at least 3 hours.
Have you seen Handsome?
I mean, it is his first time in
Yeah,
a big
I saw a
city.
nice looking dwarf a few hours ago. Why are you bringing it up? I
Oh
walked
my
away
God.
from him.
Have you seen the little dude who
I've seen the
does
little
not
ugly.
look handsome?
Yeah, I saw that ugly thing.
Okay, his name is Handsome. I know, it's ironic.
I'm not calling him that. Let me tell you. That's ridiculous.
Should we just refer to him as ugly?
No!
I don't care. I mean, at least it's
No,
honest.
it'll hurt his feelings.
Okay, should we refer to him as the little guy?
How about we refer to him as Chatty, because that's all he does is
Chatty,
talk,
okay.
talk.
Have you seen Chatty?
Yeah, I saw him last night. Just
Oh.
hiding under a
Okay.
table like the little rat he is.
I mean, he could, maybe he's talking to the captain. I don't know.
There you go.
Don't you think Handsome went back to the ship? He's not one of us.
I don't think he did. Because he woke up with something. He must have
did.
woke up with
He did.
someone.
Did he?
Okay, well, that's private business, and I don't even want to think about
No,
that.
what?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, even Quiquay kind of. Just the thought of it. I don't even know what gender that is.
Species?
Alright, I'm done.
I mean, if he woke up with someone, he should count himself the luckiest little creature on earth. Because that is never going to happen again.
I have no standards.
So yeah, I advise we don't worry about the ugly little creatures. We can't identify who we don't know.
Oh, he's my friend, so I'm gonna have to go look for him.
I'll help you.
Yeah, you definitely know that the captain cares about. And
Survival is my other second expertise skill, so maybe I can see if I can find deformed footsteps in the earth.
I'll help you.
Here,
All there is one clubfoot this way and a dragging mark.
here's 3 silver to ask some strangers. Don't waste it all on one.
Listen, I promise you, we left a trail
Go
of
right down the
memories behind us.
That was a failed plan.
So both of us will go look out for your money.
He's at the bar now.
I said, come on, Quiquay,
Marky.
enough.
Okay.
I kept my money in this
Did
pot.
you see the little weird deformed gnome halfling?
your friend, Handsome, right?
Troglodyte.
Deformed halfling, yes.
Troglodyte.
Yeah, he left. He had something to eat, quick bite, and he headed out.
Okay, come on, let's go, Quiquay.
Yep, I'm with you.
Ask the tiefling out there that always hassles people in here.
Oh,
Where
hey,
you
so where did we go?
Sell it.
If you ask Marvis, he will say that he headed up north, just wandering up the road.
I'll throw
He went up
a
north.
copper or two at homeless people, or at the street people.
No, I have.
Try to get information on the direction of the, because he clearly is going to be notable.
Yeah, so clearly, yeah, people. So are you guys all heading out, or just a few?
I'm gonna run to the library. So
Okay.
I'm gonna escort. I'm gonna go with Cardoma unless he wants to go alone.
no, I'll gladly take the Dwarven company.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna slow you down. I'm sorry, but
I'm tired anyway. I did not sleep well.
All
So
right.
me and Quiquay are going out after.
Ozichar, what are you doing?
Come on here.
You gonna stay there? Alexianna and Eryn, what are you doing?
We're gonna go sell some stuff that we got from the orcs.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we got
All
a
right.
ton of stuff.
So yeah, so you guys are getting directions. Your people like, yeah, we saw him. You know, yeah, it's definitely, yeah, he was wandering around looking in the sky and looking down the road. So you get, and you're just going further and further north into the city. And let's just go back to Handsome. So Handsome, you wake up you start waking up and you're like in this soft bed. It's a big bed too. It's like king size, and for you, this is just gigantic with big pillows and it's
like a couch pillow.
and it's with a red blanket, very like velvet, and
Grab everything.
you hear, "Oh, little one, you go whoa."
Oh no.
And that's
no,
where
no,
we'll
no, no,
and that's
no,
where
no,
we'll
no,
stop
no,
for the
no,
night.
Sweet.
No, not sweet.
Hey, he might not. He didn't have to pay for it. Man.
So we will stop for this evening. Thanks for the people that watched our show, and we will be back for Wednesday night. We will be back with our Tales from the Yawning Portal. As we are in Dead and Fae, as
second best group,
as they are fighting against a bone collector, and then. Next Saturday, we will actually be doing
Dark Tales.
the Dark Stories of Koran.
With dark
And
people.
so it'll be a couple more weeks. Probably we won't be back for the Pirates of Golden Plunder actually until probably March. Because we have a surprise game on the 23rd that won't be online. Won't be streamed.
I didn't even know.
So remember, it's cool to be a geek.
Pass it on, dab on the head.
Have a good night.
And you're